about 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Right side Davis. Passes it to Darden. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his third assist on the night.
I like the way they picked it up here offensively in the second.
Yeah, up above 50% in terms of field goal percentage. They're on a roll.
And guys, Tyreek Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
It's Beal on the wing. And again, Washington no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
In transition, here come the Wizards. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Taking 2 shots.
Well, last season, the Wizards fell off just a bit in the second half of the year. Still, Greg, very competitive at home.
Yeah, and their strong play at home helped them weather that storm, Kevin. I mean, they ended up going 29-12 here at the Verizon Center.
Here's Beal. Fails to score here. He has made 5 of 12 to this point. Here's Davis. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Court top, the pass to Beal. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Beal's got 16 points.
You know, that 29 wins mark at home for the Wizards, third best in the East. That team really likes shooting the ball here, as they were a top 5 3-point percentage team in this building. Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And Holiday kicks to Gordon. Here's Gordon. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. And really the driving factor for why Washington was so good at home was their defense. I mean, they would finish with the best field goal percentage against in the entire league in their home building. You don't think of the Wizards as a lockdown team, but in the Verizon Center, that's exactly what they were.
And what a game for Blackhole. He has 14 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Chris Humphries has checked in for Beal. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Oubre. Gary Neal's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Here's Cole. Ajinczyk kicks to G. Here's Cole. Covered by Wall. Anderson a screen on Wall. Second shot opportunity. And there's Ryan Anderson on the assist from Cole.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling.
And the first half is now in the books. Pelicans lead by 7. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. A fantastic game from B in this one.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Bill. He has 20 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
So for New Orleans right now, Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's Darden in the center, filling out the middle. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. And Gortat kicks to Beal. And here's Wall outside. And that one's good. Wall's got 7.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be. Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of 2 halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And when you talk about Holiday, the Pelicans really needed his contribution last season. He can score and distribute the basketball equally as well. An excellent all-around defender. Exactly what you want in a point guard, except that he just couldn't stay healthy.
Wizards trailed by 8.
And for Holiday, I love his effort. He works extremely hard. His injuries, no fault of his own, just a run of misfortune. Let's hope this talented young man can turn it around and keep it turned around from a health standpoint.
For Washington, they had gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
And Beal kicks to Wall. Oubre dishes to Beal. Gortat, the pass to Beal. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Chris Humphries has checked in for Beal. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Oubre. And Gary Neal subbed in for Bradley Beal. Davis, the pass to Darden. And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That'll be his second foul of the game. Sessions checked in for Washington. Double team on Holiday. Darden, the pass to Evans. New Orleans moving the ball around. Misses from short range. Wizards trailed by 6.
And guys, one thing that was obvious to me, last year the Wizards really matured as a team. I mean, they played as if they expected to win instead of a group kind of coming into their own. I thought they just showed a lot more composure and maturity on the court.
As you said, the Wizards did look more mature last year on the floor with their play. They made sure to add veterans to achieve that.
And not just any veteran, but a future Hall of Famer in Paul Pierce. I mean, his presence on the team, I think, really is what propelled them to achieve new heights. And it also went beyond just Paul Pierce. That roster had a combined 490 playoff games. And that playoff veteran leadership, I felt, really helped this young core to grow. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Good.
What a terrific shot by Anthony Davis. My goodness, is that young fella smooth.
Here's Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Darden. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Beal's shot is good.
First 3 of the half, 2nd of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Black Hole. Gortat covering. Darden. Gortat with the block. They recover it. Shot clock at 6. Gortat with the steal. Evans against Beal. Knocked away. It's stolen by Davis. Pass to Holiday. To the paint. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And he gets it to go. And that's 20 points for Black Hole. And you look back at his season, Anthony Davis's development offensively just breathtaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, his ability to face up and break defenders down with a triple threat, that's really the foundation of his attack. And he's got a tremendously quick first step and a much improved jumper, too.
They double him with Wall. Right side Davis. Here's Darden. And he dunks it down.
The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play. Utter disregard for his own safety.
And his teammates still shaking their heads. You know what? He must have told them to be on the lookout for something special.
Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
So for the Wizards, Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Oubre. And Gary Neal subbed in for Beal. And the Wizards making a change here. Porter's checked in. And Cole kicks to Ajinça. Cole's shot is good. Cole's got his first points of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Sessions checked in for John Wall. Nene, the screen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some play.
Misses from close range. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. And the final period of play just about to start. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Pelicans leading by 9. Sessions out there with Gary Neal. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. Then it's Chris Humphries. Then it's Nene in the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's G. Robinson dishes to Ajinça. To the inside. And the basket good. And the Pelicans lead by 14.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Before getting dinged up, Brian Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Randy Whitman had some words for his team over the break. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, "How much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?"
Thanks, Doris. And getting back to Ryan Anderson, in 2012, he won the NBA's Most Improved Player Award. Then, in the summer of that year, he landed an enormous contract in a sign and trade.
Yeah, and that's the good Ryan Anderson. If he can stay healthy, he's a tremendous asset. And he isn't just a shooter. He can get it done on the backboard as well.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Darden. The second chance effort. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pelicans leading by 15.
Wizards ball.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.